depends on the way your, the fitness levels of your team. Can they continue the high level of press if you're pressing high up the pitch? And then sometimes it's just a case of, there's a little bit of a stalemate, so you change your style slightly. So there's no time limit on it per se, Sully. It's just a case of, analysing it as it goes along. But, you're looking 15, 20 minutes into a half to see where you're at for your substitutes.
Yeah, because remember, we do need to win this. When you look around the competition, this year there's 6 groups. The 6 group winners go through, and then the 2 best placed runners up. And there are at least a couple of teams looking through that who already have 5 or 6 points as runners up. So we definitely do need to win this and then win the Everton game as well. Phil Neville's in the crowd. There he is. So a select few are allowed in, obviously. Phil there keeping an eye on players from both teams, no doubt. His son Harvey was involved for the under-21s last night in the Papa John's Trophy. Obviously, we'd already qualified in that before we lost 4-0 to Morecambe last night. And it was a nice position to be in, was it? He would have watched his son play in that one as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think, losing 4-0 to Morecambe is enough to learn from that as to going away and winning 6 at Salford. It's for those boys, you're playing against, seasoned professionals, and you sometimes walk away from there and think, okay, what am I lacking, or what didn't I do in that game for us to go and win it? So there's enough learning in that for the boys for them to go and improve.
Yeah, and they did learn as well. Morecambe were physical. They put it about, and a few of our lads would have woken up a little bit bruised, I reckon, after that. Both in body and ego, I think. But City are out now, so Danny and I will hand back to your commentators, Siobhan and Ping.
Thanks very much, Sully and Danny, as the teams are back out here at Lee Sports Village for the second half of the Conti Cup. It's currently goalless. United 0, City 0. Couple of chances in the first half. Not too any changes made at the moment at half-time. Seems that Casey Stoney is pretty happy with the way her team have been playing in this first half. Joined alongside me is Siobhan Chamberlain. And Siobhan, it's been a good half for United defensively. They've really been compact and tight, haven't they? But now it's that chance to try and get the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, you heard Danny and Sully talking about at half-time about when's the time to make a substitution. And for Casey not to make one at half-time, it suggests that things are going as she'd like and as she'd hope. So Casey's not afraid of making quick substitutions. So I'm sure if she wants to change the game, she'll make it as soon as she sees it the right time to do it. And I would be one that would expect changes in the next 15 or 20 minutes.
Let's remind you of the substitutions then for United. Mary Earps, of course, substitution for the goalkeeper. However, there's a chance here for United. Just ran out of play, though. Really good defensive play there from City as Lucy Staniforth just trying to drive the ball around Kira Walsh. Wasn't able to do that. Substitutes for United then: Lotta Ockfist, Ella Toon, Jess Sigsworth, Hayley Ladd, Ivana Fuso, who makes her first appearance on the bench for United as well, Jane Ross and Kristen Press. So Casey Stoney has a huge amount of players to choose from there, because all of them very much capable of being in this United side. So it's a good headache for her to have.
Yeah, it's a very talented bench and a lot of attacking players, which historically United maybe didn't have enough of to be able to go out there and change games if they needed to score a goal or a couple of goals. And that's what we've got here on the bench. You've got Jess Sigsworth that's done well when she came on against Arsenal. You've obviously got Tobin Press, Jane Ross, Ella Toon, all players that are on form, have been scoring goals and are talented at attacking and putting back lines under pressure. And if she wants to change the game, that they're players that she can use to do that.
Got to mention as well, Rose Lavelle is not on the bench for City tonight. Sam Mewis is, though, as Kirsty Hansen just tried to take the ball away from Greenwood. And it is Lauren James that picks this up. Lovely turn around and keeps that ball, passes the ball into Staniforth, who just wasn't able to take the touch on it to get a shot away. But again, really bright start for United.
Yeah, frustrating there, because I think Lucy Staniforth wasn't aware that Tobin Heath was just behind her. I think Lauren James's cutback was for Tobin Heath, and yeah, obviously you're going to take that if you see it in the box, but Tobin was there ready to pull the trigger, and it's a great position for Manchester United to be on so early in this second half.
Well, here's Jill Scott for City. Tried to send the ball into Janine Becky, but Millie Turner was calm and composed and got there before her. As United now back in possession at Lee Sports Village. Turner. And Hunan just picks it up. A fantastic bit of play from Lauren James there. Ball goes out again. Hansen not quite able to get there, and it's been really tough test for her down that right-hand side because City back line are really not letting her get anywhere near the ball, and Esme Morgan doing fantastically well for City to keep Hansen at bay.
Yeah, but again there you see Lauren James coming into wide areas to pick up the ball, and there was no one centrally to try and stretch the pitch. It was just 3 blue shirts from the back line, just there, relaxed, easy as you like. I think if United are going to put City under a bit more pressure, they need someone else when Lauren James comes out to wide areas. Someone else needs to stretch it. Someone else needs to put Bonner and Greenwood under pressure and to make them drop back and open up those gaps.
And talk about pressure. Georgia Stanway did brilliantly well there. Did go out for a United throw-in, but she was able to send the ball all the way out for a throw-in. Lauren James will pick this up. He's up against a former teammate in Greenwood, and the referee does give that foul.
Yeah, that's where Lauren James is fantastic at using her body to draw a foul out of a defender. She just keeps that distance between herself, the ball and the opposition, and it is really clever in how she manipulates it to make sure that if she doesn't have the ball, you're giving away a free kick.
Well, Lauren James has had a fantastic week because she's also been called up to the Lionesses squad for the first time, as the senior squad for the first time, so great news for her as the ball comes in. Not able to get anywhere, just hits the back post. Now it goes for a goal kick.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see Lauren James in the senior setup. She's a talented player, we all know that, and she's had a lot of bad luck with injuries. I think it's about 10 months since she's last started a game, and she'll be thriving and really enjoying the fact that she's been selected by it.
Great bit of play, and here's Tobin Heath, who could take a chance here for United. The City players desperately running back, and Tobin Heath will turn and try and take a shot just in the near post. But again, it was fumbled over by Bardsley, and that was a chance that United really could have capitalised on.
Yeah, that came from absolutely nowhere, hence why I was still talking about something completely irrelevant to that goal, so I can only apologise. But yeah, unfortunate error by Karen Bardsley there, giving the ball back to United, and Tobin Heath couldn't quite get her feet sorted to be able to turn it into the back of the net.
Got to say, really good defending from Gemma Bonner there, just to put Heath off because she wasn't quite able to turn and get the angle that she wanted to, especially in such desperate circumstances for City, because, like you said, Bardsley just fumbled the ball there a little bit.
Again, it shows what Manchester United need to be doing. The 2 opportunities that they've got so far have been when they've been putting Manchester City's backline under pressure, committing bodies forward, pressing high up. It's difficult, it's hard work, and it's going to make them expend lots of energy, but it gets you rewards.
Here's Weir, sends the ball into the box now, goes over Leah Galton, tried to find Park, couldn't quite get a touch on it though.
I was about to give Leah Galton credit for a fantastic defensive header there, but the assistant referee's just given a throw into United, so unfortunately she didn't get a touch, but great positioning from her, and she was there if it had needed the touch.
It's a long throw-in that goes over Lucy Bronze's head, but Kira Walsh will pick it up. Gemma Bonner back to Bardsley. And now Tobin Heath will start putting the pressure on Bonner after they've seen what that can do. And Jackie Hunan will pick this up brilliantly. Hansen now to Staniforth, will try and take a shot, just loops it, and it was... No, he's a little bit wide, but again, just wasn't quite able to get the connection she wanted.
No, right idea again. Lucy Staniforth's a fantastic technician. She's great with the ball. Just didn't quite execute that one as she'd have wanted. But again, shows the confidence that she's got. She hasn't got a lot of minutes for United so far. But to come in and to take those kind of opportunities shows the kind of player she is. And that's what you want to see moving forwards.
Well, here's Bronze, who's been able to run all the way from her own side into the United half. Great clearance from Galton. Good work as well by Zellum. Scott takes it. And now here's Bronze, who will cross the ball in again, well blocked by Galton. Staying strong on her feet. This time the ball does get crossed into the box, but Millie Turner was there to head it away. There's a chance for Becky. Galton again with a great clearance for United. Walsh will pick it up for City though, and they'll try again.
Yeah, great clearance there by Leah Galton. I think you need to make sure that when you're in those areas in your 18-yard box, if you get the opportunity to clear it, then clear it. Don't take too many risks. I think Katie Zellum there took a little touch and then got caught on it. You need to just make sure if you're in those kind of areas, you've got talented players for Manchester City around you. Sometimes it might just be clear your lines, get them in the right areas and move up the pitch.
Well, Casey Stoney just up on her feet, giving some instructions to her players on the pitch. She was very honest in her reflections after the derby, Siobhan, as well, that she said she got it wrong in the first half, but also didn't give the hairdryer treatment that I'm sure a lot of people thought she would have given. She knew that the players would know what went wrong, and of course they came out and they completely changed the way they played, and it was a fantastic second half.
They did. I think the press didn't quite work. I think Casey was admitting that. It didn't quite set up that right. And Ellen White, every time, came to feet, came and got the ball, then they could set and go. They haven't been able to do this in this second game. Janine Becky hasn't really found that space through the middle, and that's credit to United for working hard and stopping that from being an opportunity.
Well, Barnsley, again, not really able to clear that ball. Jackie Hunnen picked it up. And Ramsey now for United.
Yeah, I'm sure Casey would have reinforced that fact at half-time. Look at where the opportunities have come from. Press Karen Bardsley, get at her. Don't give her time on the ball, because I can tell you as a goalkeeper, you don't want people to be pressing you. You just want to be able to take your touch, look up, pick a pass, happy days. So as soon as you've got people charging down your neck, it makes things so much more difficult.
Turner sends it to the feet of Ona Batye.
Looks like we might have a little bit of activity on the Manchester United bench down there. There might be a substitution imminent and a change to the game.
Well, here's Hansen, does brilliantly well to get the better of Jill Scott. Tried to take a shot, out it goes again to her feet. Brilliant bit of play from Hansen. Here's Lauren James, though. Again, shot blocked by Morgan. Hansen again will turn, try and get the pass into the box. Manchester City really blocking any sort of United attack, trying to get into that box. Here's Millie Turner now for United. United sending bodies forward. Galton out on this left-hand side. Here's Zellum. Nice bit of footwork from her. Tried to just loop the ball forward to Heath. But it was blocked again by City. Jackie Hunnen again. Nice turn to get away from Jill Scott. United just trying to find that space. Just a gap to get into that City are giving away. Lauren James is there, and that was I'm not sure if that was meant to be a clearance or a pass back to the goalkeeper. Definitely wasn't a pass back because the goalkeeper picked it up, but That was a close chance for City. Gemma Bonner there.
I mean, that would have been an incredible back pass if it was given as one. But fantastic patience from Manchester United, working the ball across the pitch, waiting for the opportunities to open up, and that's promising moving forwards in the second half.
Here's Staniforth now for United, to the feet of Lauren James. He's up against Bonner. Lovely ball through, trying to find Staniforth, who was making the run, but Bardsley got there in the end.
I think that's what we want to see more of Lauren James. I think she's been quite isolated up there, haven't necessarily combined too much with her. She's technically excellent and she finds those threaded through balls so well, but there hasn't really been anyone getting in beyond her, making those runs so she can play those through. And she hasn't really had that much time on the ball. So if you've got a player up there that's that talented, you want to get them on the ball as much as possible.
If my eyes don't deceive me, Siobhan, it looks like there is going to be a change for United, and it does look like it's going to be Kristen Press that's going to be coming on the pitch for United.
Yes, it does. And
there we go.
It's a great substitute to be able to come on. To have a World Cup winner come on and impact a game for you is a fantastic place to be.
Well, here's Hansen driving down that right-hand side, sends the ball through. Alex Greenwood, sorry. That's because we were talking too much US chat there. Here's Staniforth. Throw in for United. Ball goes forward. And Abate doing really well to get back there, and she still gets the ball, sends the ball in. Jackie Hunnan was waiting on the edge of the box. Staniforth tried to take a shot, but was blocked, and Jess Park picks this up now.
Oh, fantastic attacking play there from Ona Badje. Just couldn't quite pick out the player, just delivered the ball into the box. That's where that clinicalness is so important, and we've seen it from Tobin Heath in the first half. How well she executes that cutback. She doesn't just deliver it into the box. She finds a player, she picks them out, and she delivers it with purpose.
Amy Turner. Again to Badje. And now this is going to be the change for Manchester United. Tobin Heath is going to be making way. Kristen Press will take her place for United. Now's a chance for Kristen Press to make her mark on this game.
Be a fantastic battle on this left wing, right back for Manchester United. Sorry, Manchester City, with Lauren James going out into that wide area against Lucy Bronze, two very talented players up against each other, and it'll be a very physical battle out there, I'm sure.
That was the first change of the game. Manchester City not made any changes yet, although it looks like they will be making a change very soon. Looks like Ellen White is getting ready to come on the pitch, which is not good news for United.
Janine Becky has worked fantastically hard. She's worked tirelessly at pressing Millie Turner, Amy Turner, pressing Emily Ramsey. Every time the ball has come back into Manchester United's area, she's been there working ridiculously hard to press every time. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ellen White comes on for her, some fresh legs, someone to give them a little bit more zip, as I'm sure Janine Becky will be tiring now.
Will City have the possession here? Bronze. Back to Bonner. Now Greenwood. Very quick foul there taken by Walsh. Clearance again by Millie Turner, and That's what we call no-nonsense defending, isn't it, Siobhan, where you just have to sort of clear it away and make sure that City don't have any chances at all to get up the pitch.
That is, and that's not always what we see from Millie Turner. She loves her Cruyff turns and playing out from the back, so it's nice to see sometimes when it needs be that route one defending.
Stanway for City. Taken away by Staniforth, and surely that's a foul, but the referee says play on. Here's Kristen Press, could go one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Bardsley does well, though, to block that, but Staniforth is still down. The referee will have to go over and have a look, but the referee let play go on, which is fair enough, Siobhan, but it looked like a pretty awful tackle, really.
Yeah, for me, that's a definite foul, and it should be a booking. I feel it wasn't a good tackle at all, but fair play to the referee for playing advantage there, as it turned into be a very good opportunity for Kristen Press. And Karen Bardsley looked a little undecided as to whether to come or go. When the ball's bouncing around the edge of the box, you're never really too sure, because if it bounces through, you can pick it up. If it doesn't, you're kind of in no man's land. But she did enough in the end, stayed big and blocked the shot.
Well, Helen Connolly just giving a warning to Georgia Stanway. Not giving her a card, but it must be one of those warnings, Siobhan, where it says, do that again and you will be carded.
Yeah, it was a very late tackle, quite high up on the foot as well. So, yeah, she's done well to avoid a yellow card there, in my opinion.
Well, here comes City again.
The longer this game goes on, the more likely we are of getting some penalties. And as a goalkeeper, I love a penalty shootout. So as much as, yeah, we want Manchester United to win, of course, but if not, a penalty shootout is fantastic from my opinion.
Well, it looks like Ellen White has put her coat back on, and now it is Mewis who looks like she's ready to come on the pitch, unless they're going to make two changes. There they are. She's taking her coat back off. I think she's probably thinking, I'm going to put this coat back on because it's freezing cold here.
I was just going to say, I would not be taking my coat off until the very last minute. It's absolutely freezing.
Well, here's Hansen now. Out it goes.
I don't think it had an impact on the game, to be honest.
Leah Galton put in some fantastic deliveries from this side in the second half of the last derby, and I'm sure she'll be looking to put in a similar delivery. And you've got Kirsty Hansen there, be looking for round 2 and goal 2.
Well, it is a corner kick for United. Jackie Hunnan stood on the edge of the box. A lot of red shirts in the box. Ball comes in. Headed away, back to the feet of Galton. Passes it into Kristen Press, who sends it into the box. It's a lovely ball in. Staniforth again will try and take a shot. Lovely swooping effort. Did take a deflection and does go out for another corner kick, and that was a great effort by Lucy Staniforth.
Yeah, that could have deflected anywhere, I'm sure. I think Karen Bardsley is very, very grateful that didn't deflect on target, because it had quite a lot of pace on it from Lucy Staniforth's shot. And again, the confidence that she's showing, taking those chances. They're not open opportunities, but she's taking them well.
Well, corner kick comes in again. Ball goes high, not cleared away though. And here's Press again. Will try and take a chance. Headed out by Greenwood, only as far as Staniforth. She'll take a shot. Another deflection. Doesn't go out though this time. And Abatier will pick it up for United. A couple of good chances for United there. Well, here's Hansen. And out it goes for a corner kick for United.
Yeah, the game's been quite open so far in the second half. It's the first proper section of Manchester United dominating and kind of camped in Manchester City's penalty box here, and having quite a few corners, and they'll want to make the most of it, and we'll need to make sure you get a good delivery in here from Leah Galton.
Well, Galton sends this corner kick in it goes. Punched away by Bardsley. Jackie Hunnen picks it up, surrounded by blue shirts. Lovely pass to Lauren James, but the flag is up and it will be offside for Lauren James. And I think this is the chance now for Manchester City to bring their substitutes on. And it is going to be Jess Park who makes way for Ellen White. You can see there as well, Sam Mewis ready to come on the pitch. There's Caroline Weir that makes way. So Janine Becky still with work to do, Siobhan. Not taking her off yet, so she's clearly got a little bit of energy left inside her. And Lucy Staniforth is going to be making way for Ella Toon for United.
No, I think Manchester United brought on a World Cup winner to show the calibre of their bench. So Manchester City didn't want to be outdone. They brought on their own World Cup winner. It just shows the strength and depth of both of these benches and both of these squads.
Well, that's a goal kick for City after a chance by Lauren James was called offside. It's good positive play by United, who have really been dominating the last couple of moments. Just trying to find those spaces to make the most of their attacks. Well headed away by Battier there.
Yeah, good positioning by Battier. She's had a much better game today than she had in the last derby, and Georgia Stanway hasn't been anywhere near as impactful as she was in that game, and that's credit to her for turning that round.
Well, there was space there for Jill Scott, and no United players were able to get there. Janine Becky will pick this up on the byline, sends it in, crosses it in, but Emily Ramsey does well to hold on to that.
Yeah, well held there by Emily Ramsey. I think that potentially showed Leah Galton as an attacking player as opposed to a defensive player, just kind of getting drawn into the ball there to make that challenge when potentially could have held and maintained her space. So just need to keep concentrating at the back when people start to get a little bit more fatigued, and make sure they're banking up as they did in the first half and making it difficult for Manchester City. I'm sure coming out and catching that cross would have done wonders for Emily Ramsey as well. She's barely been involved and barely touched it this second half, and you want to keep making sure that you have the odd touch every now and then to keep you focused and to keep you switched on.
Well, there come City again with Scott, sends it through to Walsh, who quickly passes it over to Mewis. Hansen. Bronze. All the way over to Stanway. Amy Turner with a challenge there on Mewis. Out it goes for a City throw-in.
I think if Mewis is going to know she's been in a game against anyone, it's going to be against Amy Turner. She's a no-nonsense defender. She'll be in there front foot defending, getting her body across and making sure that she knows she's in a game and she's not having any balls to feet easy.
Of course, if this stays goalless, it will go to a penalty shootout. The winner of that penalty shootout will get a bonus point. But United have time to get that goal. Mewis sends the ball in. Just hits off the woodwork, though. Didn't even look like it was going anywhere close, but it just looped in. And City keep the ball in play. Bronze doing well to keep that ball, sends it to Becky, who will pick this up. She's got space into Stanway, but Stanway just held back from her run, and out it goes for a goal kick.
I think I was as surprised as Emily Ramsey was to see that bounce off the top of that crossbar. There's not even any wind here, so I have no idea how she managed to deliver that ball onto the crossbar. It was definitely a cross, but a narrow escape for Manchester United.
Turner did really well there as she saw Ellen White coming towards her, but just stayed calm and turned and took the ball away. And now United have got a chance. Here's Hansen for United. Kristen Press is in the box. Chance here. Out it goes. Press not quite able to get there, and it was a lovely little cross in from Hansen. Just trailed past the legs of Kristen Press and into the goal kick.
Oh, that was a great counter-attack there from Manchester United. Limited their touches, moved the ball with pace, switched it across the pitch and delivered it into the box. Just didn't quite have that clinicalness at the end, but it's a great opportunity for them to get forwards and get at Manchester City.
Well, United are preparing to make another change. My eyesight's not good enough, Siobhan, though, to be able to see who that is.
I'm going with Jess Sigsworth, but if I get it wrong, number 9.
We can see it now that she's turned around.
Another attacking substitution for Casey Stoney, and she's definitely out to win this game.
Is she thinking of penalties, perhaps, Siobhan?
I don't think you can think of penalties too early. I think you've got to have the trust that every player on this pitch has got the ability to put a ball down from 12 yards and to score it. I think at the moment she's thinking, I need to win this game, I need to get 3 points, and I need to have the players on the pitch to give me the best opportunity to do that.
Well, there was a lovely interception a little bit earlier from Millie Turner, who just sent the ball in, but to me, Siobhan, that looked like Lucy Bronze was holding Lauren James back, so that's a foul, surely, but Lauren James just wasn't making anything of it.
Yeah, it's frustrating because if you go down easily, you get told you dive, and you get told it's not really a foul, but then if you stay on your feet when you're being pulled back, you don't always get it. So it's a fine balance, and it is difficult, and you've got to trust that the referees are going to make the right decisions and look after the players.
Here's Walsh for City. Lewis. Scott. Becky now on the edge of the box, finds Walsh. Walsh is in space. Selatoon is there though now. Walsh looks like she's trying to go all the way for goal, but in the end just lays it off for Becky. And again, great bit of defensive play there from Leah Galton to send the ball out. Yeah,
great defending and forcing it out into wide areas. United just need to make sure that when Sam Mewey makes those runs into the 18-yard box that she's picked up. At the moment, she's been in that 18-yard box free, and if the ball gets delivered into those areas, she is not someone that you want to be stood on their own.
Well, Scott now has the ball in the box for City. White is there. Millie Turner's asking for it to be offside. Linesman's not giving it, though. Well, 2 substitutions now for Manchester United. Captain Katie Zellum makes way as Hayley Ladd comes onto the pitch. Well, Katie Zellum has been brilliant so far for United. Done really well in the middle of the park. It's a chance now for Hayley Ladd to come on this United side and try and make her mark. And then there we go as well, another change for United. Jess Sigsworth coming on the pitch.
Yeah, Casey could potentially be looking at maybe going a little bit more attacking and then having Hayley Ladd just sitting in, just making sure nothing gets through too easily and breaking up play to allow others to maybe attack a little bit more.
Well, there was the corner kick for City, and the header just went wide from Jill Scott, who holds her hands up to her head, and it just sort of looped over and bounced onto the top of the net, and out it went for a goal kick. But again, a chance for City that United will be glad that didn't take it.
Yeah, for someone that's nearly 6 foot, Jill Scott gets her head on a lot of things, but she'll be the first to tell you she's not probably the most powerful natural header of the ball. So,
and that was Ramsey, who just tried to clear the ball away, but she cleared it onto the head of Ellen White. But City didn't take anything with it, and here they are again with a chance. Becky But again, Galton strong on her feet. Out it goes.
Both keepers potentially here just trying to increase the entertainment value of this game today.
I think when we saw that, we both just sort of said... It didn't lead to anything, though. And here is a throw-in for City.
Still 0-0, still 2 clean sheets, and that's what you want from your goalkeepers at the end of the day.
Good tackle from Galton on Bronze. Kristen Press now put a bit of pressure on. Great tackle there as well by Anna Batley.
Not necessarily fully convinced that was a foul there, but I do like seeing Alex Greenwood at centre-back. I think her range of passing and her left foot is fantastic, and it opens up teams, and she's so direct, and the ability that she has with that left foot to pick out passes. Obviously, Manchester United fans know it as well. She's a very talented player.
Here's Stanway for City. Stanway all the way into the box. Great defending again by Batye. Fantastic work from her.
Yeah, fantastic 1v1 defending there. Stood her ground, stayed big, and didn't allow Georgia Stanway to get that ball into the box. Unfortunately, though, it is another set piece for Manchester United to have to defend.
Another corner kick here for City. I can see you pointing, Siobhan.
Laura Coombs, maybe? Although she's just put her coat back on, it could be because she's no longer coming on, or it could be because it is absolutely freezing.
Corner kick comes in, just off the post. Another chance for City, but out it goes and cleared away by United. And these are the chances that just spring up that United need to be careful of. City still in possession. Over it goes, but Sam Mewis not able to get to it, and it goes for a goal kick. But again, another one where we were holding our breath, and here is going to be, looks like it was going to be a substitution for City. It is Jill Scott who makes way, passes the captain's armband over, and Coombs will make her appearance on the pitch. Looks like Lucy Bronze is now going to be the captain for City. Good press there from Toon. Forward it goes for City. City have been starting to control this game a little bit more than United have been in the last couple of moments. A couple of chances coming in from corner kicks and so on. United just having to rethink and regroup.
This is when concentration is so important. You're fatigued because you've just played almost 90 minutes. You've played 90 minutes against them at the weekend as well. It's so important that players keep switched on, and you can keep talking, keep communicating, and stay in this game.
Good work there from Ladd. Back to Galton. Finds the space and back to Turner. And now it's Hansen who's just switched roles with where Tobin Heath was. Hansen now on that left-hand side. She was doing really well on that right-hand side in the sort of 70 minutes that she was playing there. But now her roles have changed.
There's not many teams in the WSL that have so many left-footed attacking players as United. And it's a great place to be to have that many players, but it does make it difficult and mean that sometimes you're going to have to play people out of position if you want to get them all on the pitch, and Kirsty Hansen does a great job out on that right wing.
There's Galton back to Turner. Going into the last 8 minutes of this game, of course, plus stoppage time. And if it's still goalless by then, it will go to penalties. But that was a lovely little ball from Melatoon. Jess Sigsworth will chase this down. Alex Greenwood was there, but just pushed on Jess Sigsworth, and City will take that free kick.
Yeah, fantastic little ball there from Melatoon, but great pace from Alex Greenwood to get there ahead of Jess Sigsworth. I think kind of used her experience that if you get a little nudge in your back, even if it's not enough to be a foul, if you wobble on your feet, you know that you're going to get that free kick, and great experience there for her to win that.
Melly Turner picks up this free kick from City. Hayley Ladd out to Jackie Hunan for United. Out it goes for a City throw-in. Well, Siobhan, how much do you think this game has differed from the game that we played 5 days ago?
I think it's been a lot more cagey, a lot more neither team has wanted to concede. I think the first half of the last game, Manchester City dominated and played some fantastic football. Second half, Manchester United came right back into it. And this game, neither team has wanted to kind of have that bad half. And they both performed consistently across the 90. And yeah, I think 0-0 probably is a fair result at the moment.
Greenwood sends it out, but great block there by Badgate. This time it is Stanway who tried to run the ball out, but again, great defensive work there down that right-hand side for United.
Yeah, I think all over the pitch, United have defended really well today. They've got their shape right, they've got their press right, and they've done well defensively. They just haven't quite had that cutting edge to score that goal and to get the 3 points.
Well, Ellen White there just being held off by Amy Turner, who did well, and Hansen will pick this ball up now, trying to pass it back to Toon. Walsh intercepted it, though, and stopped that attack from United coming through. Coombs sends it to Stanway. Here's Stanway again, sends the ball in. Cleared, though, by Turner. Hansen will clear it even more. Kristen Press was there. Couldn't quite control it. A little push on the back, though, from Bonner.
Yeah, potentially Kristen Press could have gone down there, could have drawn the foul and maybe got United higher up the pitch. But again, no nonsense defending from United, preventing that opportunity from coming to anything more.
Toon. With a long ball over to Kirsty Hansen. And Lucy Bronze was there just to clear it away for a throw into United, and she absolutely sprinted to get that ball, didn't she?
She did. Great turn of pace, and it's a great sign of a defender that they haven't got to go to ground. She stayed on her feet, she won the ball, and she's there ready for the next ball. And everyone knows how good a player Lucy Bronze is, so it's nothing that anyone will be surprised about.
Press. Flag goes up, though, on Kristen Press.
It's frustrating when you get to a time in the game like this and people are getting tired, the game's getting stretched and there's not many opportunities left. You need to make sure you're looking across the line and not to be wasteful of too many opportunities by just straying offside. That's where concentration comes in again.
Lovely bit of play there on that far-hand side from United, just dinking the ball around, but just eventually go out of play. United not able to keep hold of it. Morgan with the throw-in for City. No foul there from the referee, and United will pick this ball up. Kristen Press now for United. Charged down by a couple of blue shirts. They did well to hold her off. Cleared away. That is a free kick this time for City, who will want to take it quickly. Referee just having a word with Jackie Hunan there, because it looked like City wanted to get that free kick underway, but she just prevented that from happening.
Yeah, I'm not sure if someone's shouted from the stands about that being a card. I don't think there's any rowdy fans in here, so maybe it's a rowdy player.
Here's Ellen White for City. Becky into Mewis. Mewis sends the ball in, well cleared away from Millie Turner.
Yeah, great position in there from Millie Turner, blocking anything that was going to come across that near post and anything that might have been potentially difficult for Emily Ramsey, and no nonsense again, out for a corner. Alex Greenwood again looking to line up a great delivery, I'm sure.
Well, not much more time for chances now. About 2 minutes of normal time remaining. Here is Alex Greenwood. Sends the ball into the box. The corner comes in, cleared away only to the edge of the box. And here's a chance for City. And the shot just looped over. Nothing really there for Emily Ramsey to save.
No, well defended in the end from United. When you bring on the likes of Sam Mewis and Ellen White, you've got so many more threats to think about from corners. So the difficult deliveries that you were getting from Alex Greenwood in the first half are now made even more difficult.
Ramsey sends the ball wide, and it does go out for a throw-in to City. Here's Kristen Press. That was a lovely bit of skill from her just to keep that ball in play. Kirsty Hansen was on the left-hand side, but found Ella Toon, who just slips. Was it a foul outside the area? Looks like she just slipped. Referee waved it away straight away. To me, it looked like a slip, Siobhan.
Yeah, I think given her reaction, we talked about reactions in the first half. If she was fouled there, she would be making the referee know about it. And you didn't see anyone else challenging around the referee that was a foul. So I do think it was a slip, but we'll have to wait for the replays to let us know.
Great work, great from Ella Toon to get back there and just intercept the ball, but City are back. Here's Walsh. Walsh had some space. Walsh still in space. Walsh with a chance. Just goes over the top of the net, but what a chance for City in the dying moments of this game to get a goal.
Yeah, that would have been a sucker blow for United there, had Kira Walsh dipped that just under the crossbar. I think, as I said before, I think a draw is a fair result here today, and yeah, that would have been a killer blow. I think we've gone so far without any goals. I'm now quite looking forward to a penalty shootout.
Well, there you can see confirmation. 3 minutes of added time. Manchester United, 3 minutes to try and get a goal at Leigh Sports Village in the Conti Cup here. City doing really well to hold off United. Ball goes out for a United throw-in.
Not a lot of movement going on there from the United team. I think fatigue setting in, and probably the awareness that you go into penalties now and that the game is pretty much over and done with.
Here comes City again. Another opportunity for them. Janine Becky on the edge of the box, out to Bronze. Sends it into Mewis. He'll try and take a shot. There's a sneaky little shot as well, but just goes wide. And out for a goal kick.
Yeah, just dragged her shot there slightly, didn't connect as she'd have hoped. And a let-off for United there right at the end.
Becky for City. Jess Sigsworth just putting the pressure on there again, and Ella Toon will intercept this. And it's 2 against 3 here for United. Jess Sigsworth for United. Sigsworth with a chance, but just blocked by Bardsley, and how that didn't go in, but great goalkeeping from City. But what a chance for United, Siobhan.
Yeah, it was a great break by Ella Toon and a great pass through to Jess Sigsworth, but Karen Bardsley has just kept her team in the game there. I think you talk a lot about whether you want goalkeepers to be good with their feet or to be good shot stoppers. At the end of the day, you want a goalkeeper that's going to stop the ball going in the back of the net, and that's what you get with Karen Bardsley.
Press, just trying to get away there because she's got about 3 City players around her, and City do eventually get the ball away from her. Here's a chance. Walsh. Still Walsh. Out to Stanway. Well blocked. Jackie Cunnan takes it away, but it's just deflected. And another chance, and what a defensive block there by Amy Turner. Brilliant bit of play from her to keep City away from that goal. And there goes the full-time whistle. Neither side able to break the deadlock. Amy Turner with a brilliant block there right on the end. And of course a chance for Jess Sigsworth as well to get a goal, but it's going to penalties here in the Conti Cup. And at full-time, it's goalless. It's Manchester United 0, Manchester City 0.
So, goalless then. It was a fascinating battle, like we said it would be. It probably could have had a lot of goals in it in the end, but it has finished scoreless, so we do go to penalties. But Danny, what a chance we had to win it late on there with Jess Sigsworth.
Yeah, we've had the 2 best chances of the half, Sully, but the one at the end with Jess Sigsworth, Katie Zellem, fantastic closing down, drove at the defenders, released the ball with the right weight, and you're thinking at that moment that Jess Sigsworth's just going to drive it past the goalkeeper, and she just lacked belief in her finish. She neither side-footed it with purpose or drilled it across the keeper, and you just see here. Sorry, it was Ella Toon,
yeah.
not Katie Zellem, but it's a great move, and you can see she's disappointed, but they're the moments we're talking about at half-time. One moment of magic. That was a big chance, and it could have given United the 3 points.
Yeah, what a chance that was. If only she could have tucked that away, would have been spared the agony of a penalty shootout. But it is penalties. Sadly, whether we win this or not, I think it's pretty irrelevant, because with already at least 2 teams on 6 points as second place teams, even with the bonus points here, it's not going to be enough for us to get through, even if we beat Everton in the last game. But they'll want to win it. They are elite athletes, they're professional, and they want to do the job right here. And it's a good pressure, isn't it, Danny? You want to thrive under this kind of pressure and win this penalty shootout.
Of course you do. You'll be disappointed, especially, you've had a chance late on to win it when City had the better of the, City were more dominant on the ball in the latter stage of the second half, but you've got to get your head in the right place now. That's gone. It's out the way with. You've got to make sure that you go and you're clinical and you with your set pieces, but you stand together as a team and you support whoever's going up to take the kick, and give them as much confidence as they can to go and put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, and it's a good test, this. I mean, these are kind of pressures and lessons that will only benefit us going forward, because the ultimate aim, obviously, as well as mixing it with the big teams in England, is ultimately we want to be playing on the European stage against other big sides, like multiple European Cup winners, Lyon, for example. And in Europe, you could very well find yourselves in a penalty shootout in a even more pressured situation than this one.
Yeah, there's always something to learn, Sully. You may not have gone and gained the 3 points tonight, but as you say, these situations you're in now, they pose a different challenge to you mentally. Have you got the courage to go up there when all their eyes are on you? Do you change your mind walking up to the penalty spot 2 or 3 times? Or do you pick your spot and you sort of execute with conviction? So it's again mentally now, as you see, it's Mewis stepping up. She came off the bench in the second half. and had quite an influence on the second half, to be fair, but experienced player.
OK, let's get over to our commentator, Siobhan and Peen, to take you through the penalty shootout.
Yeah, thanks, Sully. Thanks, Danny. Sam Mewis has put the ball on the penalty spot. Emily Ramsey in goal for United. Sam Mewis will take the first goal for City here in this penalty shootout. Of course, they need a decider. Who gets that bonus point? Sam Mewis steps up. And Emily Ramsey goes the right way, but just sneaks past her in that bottom corner. And that was a great penalty from Sam Mewis, but also good goalkeeping from Emily Ramsey to go the right way.
Oh, it was a great penalty, and yeah, fantastic effort from Emily Ramsey. Went the right way, just couldn't quite get to it, but it'll give her confidence that she'll get the next one. And I have no doubt that Emily Ramsey will make a save from this game. She's a great goalkeeper, and she's under no pressure here. And as a goalkeeper, you thrive off opportunities like this. You thrive off these situations.
Well, Ella Toone to take the first penalty for United. Steps up. Great penalty. Karen Barnsley goes the wrong way. Fantastic for Ella Toone. Yeah,
lovely finish there from Ella Toone. Just slotted it in, sent the goalkeeper the other way, and yeah, fantastic finish. Great composure, and that probably sums up her season she's had so far. She's been fantastic, and she's improved so much.
Laura Coombs steps up for Manchester City now. Emily Ramsey with the focus to keep this out of the net. Here's Laura Coombs, and it's saved by Emily Ramsey. Fantastic save. Laura Coombs goes into the middle, and Ramsey stayed strong, and fantastic work from her.
Oh, it's a great save by Emily Ramsey. Laura Coombs is in the form of her life at the moment. Just received a call up to the England squad, and she'll be disappointed with that. It wasn't a great penalty, but don't take anything away from Emily Ramsey. A penalty save is a great save, however it comes.
Jackie Groenen for Manchester United. Karen Bardsley just hits the roof of the goal as Jackie Groenen steps up. Lovely ball down that right-hand side towards Karen Bardsley and into the low corner.
Yeah, again, a lovely finish, probably fairly identical to Ella Toone's finish. Very composed, sent the goalkeeper not the wrong way this time, but didn't allow her to read it, to get anywhere near it.
Janine Becky now for City. And it goes, bottom corner, good penalty for City.
Yeah, a good composed finish. She's a natural penalty taker, Becky. She takes a lot of penalties in cup finals for City before, and yeah, so it was a composed finish, that.
Here's Millie Turner for United. Karen Bardsley just slowly edging back to the goal line. Millie Turner steps up for United. Here's Turner, lovely penalty, bottom corner again. United are loving that area, aren't they?
Yeah, United are loving that bottom corner. This time sent her the wrong way, but yeah, fantastic composure from the three penalty takers so far, and 3 out of 3.
Here's Georgia Stanway. Stanway now for City. Here comes Stanway. Goes low and hard. And in it goes.
There's always a dilemma as a goalkeeper as to whether you wait and save anything that goes down the middle or fairly central, or whether you gamble and think, I reckon they're going that way. This is the way I've read it. Because there's so often now you get the Panenka penalties that go straight down the middle, and you think, why hasn't the goalkeeper just stayed on their feet? So there is a lot to think about as a goalkeeper in a penalty shootout.
Ladd now for United, steps up, big run up, and it goes. Karen Bardsley just got her fingertips to it, but it still goes into the back of the net. And she'll be relieved that went in, because it was a good penalty from her.
She will be. It was a good penalty, but Karen Bardsley edging ever closer to saving that one, and yeah, she'll be pleased to see that hit the back of the net.
Greenwood now for City, up against her former club. Greenwood now for City. Short run up. Penalty. Hits the roof of the net and she misses. And Manchester United race forward. And that was fantastic. Penalty shootout for United. Emily Ramsey doing brilliantly, and she'll be so pleased as Millie Turner just jumps to her to congratulate her. United win this penalty shootout. 2 misses for City. All of them scored by United. And that'll be a big relief to get that bonus point. It was all level at full time, but United were able to get the win on penalties. And great goalkeeping from Emily Ramsey as well, Siobhan, because she'll be so pleased that she was able to produce a bit of magic in that penalty shootout.
Yeah, she will be. As a goalkeeper, you love a penalty situation. You're under no pressure to save it. The striker's expected to score, so any save you make is a bonus, and she saved one, and not sure whether she got a touch on the second, but prevented it going in by all means. So, yeah, it's a fantastic finish to the game for her today.
Well, Casey Stoney will certainly be pleased that her team were able to get away with something here. They do come away with the win in the penalty shootout eventually. It took a while, but it was Manchester United that do get this extra bonus point. And at complete full time, it's United who'll take the bonus point, who won on penalties, as City lost 2 penalties out. And we'll head back over to Sully and Danny with some more analysis.